possibly go wrong? Dude, we just got to Italy. We are at our first hotel and I'm just going to quickly show you because it's 2 a.m. and I'm dead. This is like quite the fancy hotel for us compared to the like holes that we have been staying in. We have like a closet and an espresso machine for tomorrow so I can have my coffee before I actually go and have breakfast and have coffee again. We have like a very spacious bathroom. Like if you saw my London vlogs, you would know like we didn't even have a proper bathroom. So it's like very nice. It has like a shower and a full-on bidet. And we have like a little desk. In here we have the beds. And yes, we have 2 of them because it was cheaper this way. And we actually have like an extra bed for like a kid or something. And a big ass TV. And like, look at this. It's so freaking fancy. I'm so not used to this. Okay, but we are going to go to bed because we have to get up tomorrow early to do exciting stuff. We are at the Lake Como and it's so freaking pretty. Like, oh my god, it's so amazing. We didn't manage to actually get a car because it was incredibly expensive due to our age and because we are European. I don't really understand. But yeah, we are not doing our original plan, which was going to Switzerland and then coming back to Como and then on Como catching the ferry to the town where we are staying, which is called Dervio. We are just going to explore a bit Como and then catch the ferry to the smaller town and see if we can get to Dervio like early because they have like a really nice beach there and maybe have a nice dinner. So yeah, that's the plan for today. Well, what's the feedback for Como?
So far the train station is pretty. I would recommend to a friend. And the river, it has lots of fishes, so yeah, don't go there, you will die.
He's afraid of fish, which is kind of like, I don't get it. Yeah. Definitely you cannot swim here, so we really need to look for some place that the water isn't like nasty. We just stopped by for our first pizza. And look at this, it looks so good. We're just trying to get the ferry to go to the town and like the line is just huge. You can't really buy it online because the website is so freaking confusing. We thought it was at 2 and like the Italian website doesn't have the same schedule as the other websites, so it's... And me, after living in Iceland for a year, I cannot handle the heat anymore. Because we always have to have something entertaining happening. This time it was like the worst thing possible. We are stuck at the train station. It's currently 7 p.m. We were supposed to do the check-in at 3. I don't even know how to explain like the whole situation, but like everything that could possibly go wrong did.
It went wrong.
Yep. Let's see if we can get out of here.
Yeah.
Sì, ma sembra che sia una che...
So we are finally at our place for the night. And before I show you anything else, I just need to explain what happened because I've said this in multiple vlogs. If you have seen any of my vlogs of any trip, you know that something bad always happens. And this time it was like the worst version possible. So basically, like I said in the morning, our original plan was to rent a car and go through Como and then just go to the border of Switzerland and come back to Italy. And we were supposed to drop off the car around like 4, get in a ferry that was supposed to take an hour through Varenna, and then in Varenna we were supposed to get like a 10-minute train to Dervio, which is the town where we are staying, which is a much smaller town and not as busy as like the most famous ones, because it's so much more affordable to do it in this way. But like, we ran into so much trouble. First of all, obviously we couldn't rent a car because we don't own credit cards, so they didn't let us do like a reservation online. So when we got to the airport this morning, we saw that the prices for the car just for one day were around like 170 euros. And it's just like outrageous. We couldn't afford it. We are doing this trip on a budget, and we had seen that the original prices were like from 30 up to 60 depending on our age and like if we wanted insurance. So it would be like 30 per person to go to Switzerland and come back, which we thought it was like perfectly worth it, but like 170 not at all. So we changed our plans and went to Como anyways. And like you saw, I didn't feel much in Como, because not that we didn't enjoy it, because it was absolutely beautiful. It was the first town that we saw in Lake Como, so it was like breathtaking, but it was so busy. It was so filled with tourists. We couldn't really walk around. Like, we went to lunch and we felt like a bit robbed because they didn't give us the things that we asked. We ordered like the smallest versions of everything because we didn't want to have like an expensive meal at lunch. We wanted to like splurge only at this dinner, and just grab a quick snack at lunch. And it ended up being like super expensive, so we were a bit bummed by that. Then we tried to get the ferry, and like the line was so big. It was so hot there, and we went there half an hour early to get the ferry, but because the line was so huge, we didn't get that one. So we had to wait 2 hours, aka only 1 hour because we took another hour just to buy the ferry tickets. So the first ferry that we got was from Como to Menagio, and then we were supposed to take like another transfer ferry to Varenna to take the train. I'm sorry if this is really confusing, but it also is for me. And it was supposed to be like just 10 minutes between the two ferries, and ended up being like half an hour. So we basically missed the train that we were supposed to get in Varenna. But when we got to Varenna, it didn't say anywhere. We were just asking around for this train station, and the people were like, oh, there was a rock fall, so the train station is closed and you probably need to take a bus to the next town and then catch the train there to Dervio. So we ran to the train station, and because of all the delay, we were on the risk of missing the last train to Dervio. We got there, the train station was obviously closed, so the lady that was there to help people, because like there was no trains going through that station because of the rockfall, so she was just calling a transfer bus to help with the situation. But that little shuttle bus got in an accident with an ambulance, so it was blocking the road, so we had no way to get out of the station. Thankfully, like half an hour later, one of the taxis was able to get through the accident and come and get us. But like, this day was a whole mess. It was supposed to be like a super fun day, going around Lake Como and like going in the water, trying to see different towns. Like, we were supposed to be here around 3 so we could like see this town and maybe go to Varenna, which is like the big one that we wanted to see. And it's currently 7. I don't know, like every time that I see a travel video, sometimes something goes wrong, but like I've never heard anything like this. Like, the ferry got super delayed, then there was a rockfall, so there was no train, then the shuttle to help with the train station, got in an accident, there wasn't no taxis, and I'm like, we completely lost an entire day, and I'm just so confused with all of this. Everything that could go wrong did. We were supposed to get ready for like a fancy dinner, and I don't know if we are going to. I just want to lay down and cry, basically. So yeah, I will see you in a bit. So I'm just going to do a little room tour before we destroy this room even more. When you get in, you have this little chest of drawers with some tea on top of it and a mirror. And this is the little bed. And we have like a really cute window that just opens to the outside. Like the lake is down there. You can't really see it, but you can see the rest of the mountain through this window, which is like really nice. I'm also going to show you the rest of the house. I'm not sure if anyone is actually here in the other bedrooms, but I'm going to show you because it's so cute. So this is like the main door. It has an actual fireplace next to it. It has a little outside space here, but I don't know if you can go there. It has like books and really cute decorations, and then you can go through the stairs. Here it's our bedroom, and here it's the kitchen. So it's like a very cute kitchen with a map of Lake Como, the kitchen area, which is so cute. A little station that I guess is for the breakfast tomorrow. You can see like the outside with all the flowers in the windows. This just reminds me of Portugal. It's like exactly the same type of houses, same type of flowers. And upstairs, more bedrooms. Just got dressed for dinner. I don't know if it's too much with this dress, but I was really excited to wear it here. I hope it doesn't rain that bad that I cannot handle going out in this dress, but we will see. Okay, we are in that view. We are going to try to go down to the lake and like swim if we can. I think it's going to rain a bit later, but right now like the weather is really nice. It's not as warm as yesterday, which was miserable. So yeah. We have been just walking around trying to find some place to swim, but apparently we just asked, there isn't like a specific beach, so you can just jump into the lake, which I feel like it's kind of obvious, but yeah, I think we are going back to the place where we were because it has a bit of like, I don't know how to explain, it's not as steep to jump into the lake.
And it has a swimmer's area.
Yeah, I thought it was just for boats. So. But yeah, if you're coming to Lake Como, I highly recommend just not going only to the like really popular towns, because this one is supposed to be quite small, but it's huge.
Okay, it's not huge, but it's large enough, and it's like very calm.
And it doesn't have like the insane amount of tourists that the other ones have.
Because like Como, it's just a village to pass by to go to other villages, because Como it's just, it has so many tourists, you just can't walk there.
Yeah, and we didn't really enjoy it yesterday. Yeah. And I mean, you are coming to Lake Como for the view and also the pretty buildings. But here it's just like, you don't have anyone.
Yeah, if you go to a small village, you are so like in the middle of the nature.
Yeah.
And you can just walk into the mountains. It's amazing.
And it's actually filled with Italian people, not tourists, which is really nice. And you can see that people actually enjoy being here. But yeah, this is kind of ridiculous because we are Portuguese, so we are supposed to be used to the heat. And today's like low 20s. I don't think it's even 25. No? Everyone is in sweaters and jackets.
Yeah.
And we are just melting away because we are so used to Iceland weather. So yeah. This is so stupid. And I'm still burned from yesterday, so I just look like I'm not from the south of Europe, which is so stupid. But yeah, I'm in love with this place. It's so pretty. Like, there are flowers everywhere, and you are in the middle of the nature, and you can just walk around, and it's like mostly empty. Not really, because people are walking around because it's Saturday. Like, it's such a nice vibe. Like, do you see how amazing this is? You can camp here, which is like such a nice idea to do this on a budget. But even here, I think we could swim here. This is so nice here. Like, the water is not warm, but it's also like not cold at all. We just saw it was like 19 degrees, which is still like way warmer than most beaches in Portugal, besides like the Algarve ones, which can like reach 24 or 25. But yeah, it's like so lovely here. I just wish we had more time where we could just lay here and read a book. I always see everyone doing like little day trips to Lake Como, where they just go sightseeing and go to little villages and move from village to village. But I feel like this is so much better to do. Just come here for like a week and like visit different towns, obviously, but like just chill, go into the water, sunbathe, read a book. Like, so lovely, and eat really nice food. I think we are going to have lunch now and then try to go to Varenna, because I really want to see that town. It looked really nice yesterday, even though it was raining. And guys, this is how you do Lake Como on a budget. Like, look, paper plates, and we still have an amazing view. But we went to like this little restaurant that is like so much cheaper. Like, this lasagna was 9 euros or something, and is like little wrap sandwich was 3 or 4 euros. So like, obviously you cannot compare this to one of the restaurants that we ate yesterday, that we thought it was going to be cheap, but then it was just completely overpriced. And here you don't have to pay for taxes to eat in a restaurant, which is like quite common here. I also didn't know about it. Yeah, but it's still like lovely, and the sun is like completely out now. So nice, and you can hear the birds. I'm in love with this town. We are going to pick up our stuff, but this is the place that we stayed. You can book it through Airbnb or Booking, which is cheaper. And it's called La Casa del Poeta. And it's like so lovely. Like, the upstairs even has like a small balcony, and you have like a cute view of the mountain. And we really liked it. Like, look at the alley that is on. It's so cute. We just got to Varenna, and basically we left our luggage at the tourist office. You can also do that. You don't have to pay for it. They just say if you want to give a donation, you can do that. But like, it's so nice. The only issue is the tourist office is like up the mountain, and you have to climb like a lot of stairs. And like, this is not even cobblestone, it's like pebbles. I don't know how to explain it. So it's definitely not easy to do with the carry-on. Now we are just going to go for a swim and then go back to Milan. So I'm finally at Milan, and I'm at my new hotel. And unlike the other ones that you saw, this one It was the most expensive one, but it was like the worst one of them because hotels in the city are so expensive. But yeah, my expectations were very low, but it's still very iffy. Like, the door doesn't lock. I can hear the lobby. People here don't really speak English, and it's very hard to communicate with them. I don't feel very safe. Not that things are like dirty, but they are also not clean. Like, we chose this one for a reason because we are only going to be here for one night, and then we are going to stay at one place for a week for the class that I'm going to do. So we didn't want to spend much money for just one night, and I kind of regret that. Like, we did this trip on a budget, but if you are staying at Milan, like, expect it to be expensive, and for your own safety and comfort, don't go for the cheapest ones. You will regret them. But I'm really hungry, and I don't know if I want to go out by myself because my boyfriend went back to the first hotel at the first night next to the airport because I forgot my pants there. Like, Lake Como was lovely, but there is a way to do it. If you're coming to Lake Como, like I said, avoid Como. I'm sure there are nice things there, but it was too easy. You couldn't really enjoy it. Like, the ferry was chaotic. Try to avoid the ferries if you can. Travel by train. It's much cheaper and way faster. Like, the ferry just takes too long because you have to stand in a line before you actually get there to make sure that you have a spot on the ferry. And most of the times they are late and all of that. I wish I went to Bellagio, which was the town that I wanted to see the most, which I feel like it's the most famous one. But it was too crowded when we passed by it on the ferry yesterday, so we didn't get to see that. So I will have to come back next time. So if you want to take anything from this trip, is stay at the smaller towns, not the famous ones, and then travel to the most famous ones just for a quick tour and enjoy Lake Como outside of them. And if you want to see the rest of the trip, tomorrow I'm going to explore Milan, and then I'm going to do my week-long class in Cremona, and then I'm going to Cinque Terre, and then Pizza, Florence, and Bologna. And I'm so excited about all of that. So if you want to see the rest of this journey, please subscribe. And I hope that I can see you in my next video. Bye!